Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. I just want to do a video quickly talking about if you should grab these particular characters with red coins. Now, I don't often do a should you get this character with a red coin video or should you get them with yellow coins or something like that. I feel like for the most part, when people ask these questions, I'm pretty stingy with the answer being like a yes. I usually would probably want to save my coins mostly for a new character okay, not really a new character, but like a returning character who would be a good leader often is like the type of character that I do think would be good with coins. Now, the main purpose of this one right here, and the ones everyone is asking for, it's for Gamma 2 and the Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1, right? So, like, these two units right here, we don't need this. These are the two characters that people are asking about. These are the New Year's characters, right? Not really that old. They definitely have good kits. They're definitely very strong characters, right? But do I think that you should actually attempt to grab these guys with coins? My answer would be no. I don't think so. I do think that these characters both individually are pretty good, but certainly with the way team building has gone, I would say throughout the majority of 2026, I don't really find myself using Gamma 2 and Gohan too much, or Gamma 2 and Piccolo too much. I mean, we do rock them sometimes for missions. One thing that's good about this character in particular is that they don't have category restrictions in here, right? Nothing. Right? We do have some support for superhero artificial life form, but it's not like, oh, this character, Gamma 2 gets all of his dodge if there's another, android character around or something. There's no category restrictions. That does allow a little bit more usability with this guy, but remember, Gamma 2 opens up really bad. Like, Gamma 2 is probably the best character that has the worst opening turn, something like that. Like, he sucks turn one. But no restrictions, I do think is very good. And then Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1, I mean, this is a character I would use a lot more, but I think that they have a pretty tight restriction, which hurts, and that's that they need another superhero ally in the same turn. Now, to be fair, superhero, of course, is a good category, and is always going to be a good category. And, I mean, maybe once the Dragon Ball Super remake starts up, right, it could be very interesting. But, like, think about that. Like, this character will be probably really good. Like, if, like, superhero, like, as a category is kind of like the team we're pushing, right? Like, superhero off of, like, a new big LR or something. I mean, Ultimate Gohan, remember, one of the extreme strengths with this character is that active skill Senzu right there, right? Where you could use it when HP is 58% or less, or third turn from entry turn. That's Gohan's second turn. Recovers HP, removes all negative effects, and then 12 key and 158% attack for one turn. Removing negative effects, I find to be just a killer ability. That is an absolute game-changing ability. But I think there does need to be stronger superhero characters. Like there are a lot of good superhero characters, but like it could be even better, a more cohesive lineup, a more cohesive setup, I think, to allow that to happen. And, imagine the Dragon Ball Super remake is coming out, right? We could do God Goku and Beerus again. And remember, Beerus would be super bosses, and then, the Dragon Ball Super remake version of God Goku would be a superhero character. I believe, who is it? Is it Physical God Goku or LR God? It's LR God Goku. Int LR God Goku, yep, is the superhero God Goku. He's the only one. All the God Gokus, well, I mean, this guy too, but this is from the tournament. This is not the Battle of Gods one. And this is from the Broly movie one, right? In terms of Battle of Gods, every one of the 50 God Gokus that they've got there are the movie version, except for this LR God Goku. And then Beerus doesn't have a super version, right? So it would be a super bosses version of Beerus. Why don't we just quickly pull up super bosses? The fastest way would be going here. Let me see. Super bosses. So then we go down here, and watch, I can just type in Beerus. It's only Pajamas Beerus. That's it. And then Beerus and Monica's costume. So it's like, that's why I know it is like, oh, it's very stupid that they did God Goku and Beerus here, but at the very least, they could still do God Goku and Beerus, and it's going to be, like pretty much their introduction to these two categories. I mean, LR God Goku does exist, but we're talking about a 2019 LR, right? Like this guy, I guess he could Super Easy at any time though, because we did see Beerus and Whis. They're going to be super easying probably in a couple of days here. So I suppose that is something that we can keep in mind, right? Now, so basically I'm saying like Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1, they are a better character than Gamma 2. Now, I mean, this is not... Okay, I was working on a TUR list. Let me just see what I was just kind of like playing around with it. This is not like final or anything, okay? I don't want like don't hold me, like people are gonna see this like, what? I'm so angry. But like, I mean, there's still bits and pieces I was working towards. It's tough. There's so many good characters now that like I list like this is actually very difficult to make. But I was kind of working with this. It was like once I got to these characters, like I feel like I don't know, like Int Cyberman could be added up, but the thing is that Int Cyberman, where he's God mode, is a team that can't even beat the RE fights, right? Now that the STR Cyberman's leader skill has been fixed or nerfed or whatever we want to call it, right? So, I mean, there would still be... I'd still have to move stuff around in here. But generally, I did kind of like think like Ultimate Gohan kind of like right here, and then Gamma 2 is kind of like right there, right? For sure. Gamma 2 can be very valuable. It's crazy. There are so many good characters, right? Like you'd look at Gamma 2, but oh, he sucks. But like, nah, he's good. I mean, dude, he's not next to Legic and the androids. There's just so many like strong characters, right? But I do think Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1 are better than Gamma 2 and Orange Piccolo. But I think that this category restriction that this character is holding is heavy. So it's like by the time they might be useful, right? You know, I think with like a stronger superhero setup, they might either not be on the team or they would just be on a banner anyway for like some big, you know, imagine LR God Goku, but he's a superhero leader, right? It's the superhero version. And then this character could be on like the banner or something. It's definitely something I think we could see happen, right? For sure. So I would hold out on this character. And then Gamma 2 too. I know Gamma 2 does lead superhero, but running 2 of this guy, again, he is very weak turn 1. I don't know. I just wouldn't really recommend it. I did do a long video for them. So this is January 3rd. So I think this is actually before the EZA Gammas came out. Let's see. So we did do a fight against Tamagami 1, huh? Let's see what we were working with. Okay, so we're running... Oh, yeah, but I wasn't even running STR Gamma 2. You can't even run him in this fight. This is a fight. This is a fight that most people don't even talk about, really, because of just... how utterly ridiculous Tamagami 1 is, right? The bullshit that he has capable of doing. Okay, yeah, here's a good moment right here. All right, let's see. Ultimate Gohan against this Tamagami 1 Super. This is turn 4 right here. Remember, Ultimate Gohan can be very strong. Oh, yeah, but keep in mind, there's no superhero characters here. Right, so this is going to be Ultimate Gohan without that superhero restriction. Yeah, he does still eat that pretty good. Because don't forget, he stacks defense. Every super attack Gohan does stacks defense. This team is also very strong in terms of support. Whew, we just barely made it out of there, huh? Just barely made it out of there. Oh, okay. All right, so there was Tamagami 1. Then we're in the baby red zone, right? And then at this point, we're actually able to run Gamma 2 in the baby red zone. Let's just get a little bit deeper in here. Yeah, okay. So here we go. So here's one of the strengths. It's very similar to Beerus' active skill, actually. The Orange Piccolo active skill, because we dropped the Orange Piccolo active skill, and it gives superhero allies a massive buff for that rotation. Gamma 2's active skill gives him a permanent buff, but I usually feel like I find Orange Piccolo doing his big attack, plus the super attacks, right? Like his big attack plus all the support. You know, very, very huge. All right, so we did the Ultimate Gohan active. That's, of course, to give him the big attack buff. All right, let's see what the damage is looking like right here. 40 million, okay, on Grid 8 Baby. And then we do the second one. And so now the entire rotation is just massively juiced. And remember, Orange Piccolo, he gets a lot stronger as his the enemy's HP gets lower, so Piccolo will start being able to crit more and do more attacks. Yeah, so here's this is I'm glad I pulled this up. This is a good rotation. I don't want to call this like the max of these characters, but this is like a good, I guess, sort of like display of how this would work. And then we could get the gammas together right here. Remember, this is before. Yeah, that's not my. I promise you, that is not my Gamma 2. This is before the friend system fix. I know we got a lot of problems with things, but hey, that friend system fix ain't no problem. All right, so I ended up going with the Gammas together. I feel like most of the time I end up not really using Gamma 1, and I mostly stick to Gohan, but Gamma 1 can be very strong in specific moments. Yeah, is that 171? Yeah, so this is a massively juiced rotation. So this is like max power Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 right here. Okay, cool. So I actually get to see Gamma 2 do an attack as well. What is he at right here? 84. But Gamma 2, I mean, he could drop, 5 of these things right here. Yeah, so it's like they can be very good. Like, I in no way would call these New Year's Duel Dokkan Fest characters bad. I wouldn't call them bad. I wouldn't call them underwhelming. Nothing like that. But to me, one reason I just don't really feel like they're so relevant in the current meta. That's just the way it feels to me. And, their synergy is not exactly high. Like, you look at exactly what's on our screen right now. They don't really synergize with essentially anything here. Nothing released in March or April or May so far has synergy with them at all. Nothing. Then we get to part 2 of the anniversary, UI Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta. Well, I guess UI Goku's in March. He counts. So, like, this guy, because he's a superhero character, but, I mean, his restrictions aren't really working so much. Realm of Gods, Universal Saga, Turtle School, that's not going to work with the Gamma characters, right? So, it's just, they dropped. Their celebration was great because it's like all of them, plus, the superhero EZAs, which are good, all 4 of these guys. But then every release since has had no part in how they are whatsoever. So we'll see. If you're going to get Ultimate Gohan or Gamma 2 here, I would say wait till later. Wait till later. See what happens with the Dragon Ball Super remake coming. So let me know what you guys think, but I do not think it's the best idea to grab Gamma 2 or the Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1 with coins at this moment. I think conserving your coins for stronger LRs. Oh, no, hold on. Last point I want to make about this too. This year, I think we're going to have the Tanabata celebration essentially kind of return. So TDC last year sucked ass. I think this year it's going to be Tanabata, and it's going to be significantly better, right? But I think that the anniversary LRs, they'll return on the Tanabata banner. So they're not just going to be on the GDC LR banners the way they were last year. It was much better last year, but unfortunately, I think it's because Japanese players complained and they, made the schedule like that again. That's my working theory with it. So using red coins to pick up Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku rather than summon on the shitty Tanabata banner, or using red coins to get the Int Super Saiyan 4s rather than summon on the shitty Tanabata banner, in my opinion, is a much smarter idea than grabbing red coins to get these guys. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks guys for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.